just want to get this out there to get people thinking a little more of who are the people in charge. We're talking the government employees and the politicians, that kind of stuff. Who is the boss? Who are the bosses? Because I think it's skewed. I think people don't really understand. Most people don't understand the lineup and the way it is versus the way they say it is, and the way they want it to be. By that, I did a video on who are they, so you should look at that. Maybe I'll include that below. But anyways, so now think about this: all government buildings, vehicles, tools, etc., are yours and mine. They're yours and mine. We the people, us people that work in the private sector, whether we work for a private company or we have our own businesses, we are the ones that own all those things. We own all the guns, we own all the missiles, we own all the stuff for the military. We own, like I said, all the government buildings and all the government employees, all of them, every single one works for us. Every one of them. Everyone who gets paid a paycheck that is from taxes that you and I pay, they're our employees. They work for us. Period. That's what it is. So there's no more of this, yes sir, yes ma'am, no sir, no ma'am. I respect you because you're a politician. I respect you because you're a president. I respect you because you're a governor. I respect you because you're a mayor. There should be respect as long as that respect has been received back. As long as the people talking that are in those jobs, in those government employees, as long as they give that respect, they give that, kind of attitude, then they should respect back. Absolutely. Like any other human being on this planet. Everyone should be treated with respect. And given the benefit of the doubt, some more benefit than others of the doubt. As always, it depends on past things. History always tells a tale of where things are going for the most part. Not absolute, but history is a good reminder and a good future, a good teller of the future. So think about that. The way government employees are talking to you, the way government employees are treating you and I, in every circumstance. Just at the DMV, that's one. At your local, police department, that kind of stuff. Those are government employees. By government employees, we own the government. So they are our employees. Without us, without our taxes, without this hidden tax called inflation, without all this stuff that's been stolen from us, without our permission, without all that, they have no funding. They go away. Just like all those teachers, all those government teachers, or government school teachers, public school teachers, all those teachers are our employees. Period. They are. Because they get paid from us. They get paid from our taxes. And the messed up thing about that is they get paid from us, they're our employees, but we really don't have a lot of say in what they do, or if they keep going along, or if they can keep their job, or if they can rise above. Because that money, those funds, are stolen from us. And then these people who are our employees, the people, the politicians, decide who gets what, when, and where. It was never like that before. But it's been like this for a long time, and because of the indoctrination of K through 12. And like I said, the colleges, especially universities, no one really knows anymore. No one puts two and two together. No one looks into this stuff and reads about it and really figures this out. The way it used to be is the way it still should be. Period. So I want to say this because now all those buildings are ours, like I said. So now, if these people who are our employees, presidents, mayors, governors, I mean, the local level people too, people that work at the IRS, that kind of stuff. The CIA, the FBI, it goes on forever. They all get paid from us. They're all our employees. So all these buildings where these people work, all these government buildings, remember, government is our employees. So we own all those buildings. They're not private. They're public. You and I own them. So now, if they're going to come out and say, remember, our employees are going to come out and say, well, in order for you to be in these buildings, in order for you to work these jobs in these buildings, in order for you to do this and that, you need to take this, or you need to do this, or you need to have done this, you're not allowed here, then the question should be had is, that's my building. My taxes pay for that building. My taxes pay for your salary. How can you say this? You're my employee. It doesn't work like that. And if there's no back and forth, and they don't care, there's no concern with that, then I think the next step that has to happen, it absolutely has to happen. I don't think you should have a choice. I think you got to quit paying taxes. All the taxes that go towards those things. And if they can't tell you which those taxes are and how much those taxes are, well, then you got to quit paying them all until they figure that out. Yeah, sure. We can pay for, some of the food stamps, or we can pay for some of the farmers. We can absolutely pay for welfare for a certain percentage, people that need it. We can pay for certain programs. But if you're not going to allow me in buildings that are ours, because the money and our labor, the time we've spent getting that money that have been taken from us to pay for this, that is our building, and you, sir or ma'am, are our employee, it ain't happening. Stop paying the taxes on it. Guaranteed. If everyone stopped paying, not even everyone, if 20% of people, 30% of people, probably it doesn't even need to be that much, probably 10% of people stopped paying taxes until this got resolved, guaranteed, though attitudes will change, things will get resolved real fast, extremely fast. Just like, for example, this budget, every year they do a thing on the budget, they got to increase the budget, got to increase the spending limit, or, puppies are going to die and clowns are going to, whatever they're going to do, and then zombies are going to come out if they don't pass this budget or this extend their spending, whatever it is. So every year they have to do this. Every year they up it and they do the scare tactic and say, well, we did this because we had to because of X, Y, Z. So every year they do that. Well, what happened, or what would happen if we said, well, here's the deal. Sir, madam, who are our employees, talking to you politicians, if you don't get a balanced budget by the end of next fiscal year, all you guys can never run for office again, ever, period. Whether you're president, whether you're a senator, whether you're a congressman, whether you're a governor, whether you're a mayor, whatever. Anyone who's involved in that whatsoever, even a half of a percentage involved in that, is now no longer eligible for election in office ever again. If you guys don't figure this out and get this balanced budget taken care of, because you're our employees, and if you're not doing what we think needs to be done, you're out of there. We're done paying, period. So if we're done paying taxes and they no longer can run for office, just think of how much things would be fixed. It would no longer be a mob-run party like they've been treating it, like them versus us, rules for thee but not for me kind of mentality. I mean, it's Animal Farm by George Orwell. Absolutely, that's what's going on. All animals are created equal, some more equal than others. That's the same thing. So just think about that. If And or maybe when there's a time where 10%, 15% of people who have had enough and just stop paying, there are ways to stop paying. Absolutely. You should look into that. They can't, put everyone in prison. I'm not calling for this. I'm just saying this might be a good way to fix things if you're seeing stuff that aren't jiving. So think about this. Who are your employees? Like I said, the politicians, and then we got people working at DMV, people in federal buildings, state buildings, county buildings, town buildings. You got public government schools. There's people that work at the state lotteries. People that work at the lottery, the main lottery, the Powerball kind of stuff. The people that work at, not people that work at, but even sports stadiums. Almost all of them are paid for by our tax dollars. Those are our buildings too. Absolutely they are. Maybe someone's leasing them. I don't know, but I haven't got any benefit from the payments I've been paying. And if there's something to that, I would like to see. I'd like to see that worked out. Show me. Show me the breakdown. Show me the breakdown of the payments. Who's paying this, and how it's working out, and when is it going to be paid off? Just like having your own mortgage on your house, or renting a place for a year, having a lease on that. You got that paperwork. You can see how that goes. Show me that stuff. And this also goes with most hospitals, too. Most hospitals are public. Well, let me take that back. Most hospital buildings are public, but not all hospitals are public. It's sort of muddy, like the whole thing with the United States Postal Service. All those are our employees, but it's a little muddy there, the way they want to hide stuff or say stuff's different, because they're not their own private entity at all, whatsoever. Without our tax dollars, they fail, they go away, they don't survive anymore. So I'm just saying this, just think about that. How can somebody that's your employee tell you that you can or cannot go into a building or a service because you didn't do this or you haven't done that? So it's an employee that you pay for, you pay their salary. It's telling you you can't go into this building that you have paid for and continuously pay for the upkeep on it and that kind of stuff. Because that's what goes on. That's what's happening. People got the whole way the world works all mixed up. And like I said, it's from indoctrination. But try to, think about this and unschool yourself and get a grip. If more people did this, there's going to be great changes. And this would fix so many things. I mean, I'm not talking just surface level things. I'm talking deep things like this. This, I think, could hugely affect the poor and the downtrodden. Absolutely. But anyways, I thank you for watching. If you like this, like, share, subscribe. And as always, stay vigilant. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your health, and protect your wealth.